Rising, Grand Rising. Got a little piece of my sage. I love this tree behind me, so I'm doing some earthing and I'm just carrying on and thinking about my beautiful cosmic family. So I got some incense lit as well. Leave that. I got my sacral chakra enhancer, helper. What you believe in shall work. Other people may not believe in them. They be like, it ain't helping me. But what you simply believe in will work. So I'm gathered here today, y'all. I've been super busy meditating, very sacred within my energy fields, keeping myself grounded, trying to, connect with my higher self on a different and higher elevation. I have been rewarded, you guys. So I have passed another test. So yay, toodles to me. So today's subject is gonna be about, see, I'm still trying to unlearn bad language behaviors, y'all. Today we're gonna talk about fear. Ooh, I love this tree. Matter of fact, let me kind of put this tree in my video. This is my neighbor's tree, but I feel like this tree was meant for me. I love it, and my cat do too. He stay in his backyard, and I'm so glad that my neighbor don't care that my cat be all through their yard. So I'm happy for that. Thank the universe for that, because one time my neighbor came up like, I love your cat, and when he said love, that was the best thing he could ever did. If he would have said, I like your cat, I would have been like, okay, thank you. But he was like, I love your cat. So that made me, he spoke love into the universe for my cat. So I love that. Anywho, he's always with me, never too far. So we're going to talk about fear. See, when you start waking up out of the matrix and you start elevating higher within your spiritual journey, you're gonna have to go through fear and shadow work first, believe it or not. You're gonna have to go through all the things that made you scared and the things that you allowed to make you scared or fearful of. So fear is very important, because that is one of the main spells and illusions that this matriarchic elites, all these people, has tried to put in our face. That's why they got so many scary movies. That's why they got so many scary holidays. That's why they say, if you connect with spirits, they evil. You scared me. Don't connect with spirits. They're evil. Yada 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 yada. So they try to put all this fear in your face, because fear is the number one cause of low vibration. And when you're around a bunch of people that's very fearful of life, oh, I feel like this nigga go shoot me, or this go happen, and somebody bringing all this fear into your life, pay attention. Because one of the first things that I mastered in my spiritual awareness is, I'm not even going to keep saying spiritual awareness, I'm going to say in my higher self-awareness, in my tribe, that fear was one of the main things that was so deep rooted within my soul, within my spirit, that to the point where I used to be so scared of hearing stuff. Y'all, I was a little girl that used to hear spirits in the house. I used to feel demons. Everywhere we moved, I would feel these things, and I used to be like, Mom, I'm scared. I feel that. I see this. I hear this. And sometimes it was the people you were around, because still to this day, these people live off fear. And how you know, once you master the thought of fear, and once you master that there's nothing to fear, death is not even real, nothing exists that we are so-called scared of. If you die, I used to be so scared of dying, like, oh my God, I don't want to die. Remember I told y'all in that other video, I don't want to die. I was so afraid of that until I figured out you have to die to be reborn again, so-called die on this planet. But we don't die, we transition, we ascend higher to where we originally from. We are all here on a mission. Every last one of us is on here for a mission. Whether that mission is to sit in jail and wake people up, or be a bum, don't have no house, don't pay no bills, and you living on the streets, but you happy than a motherfucker. So we have to understand that once we get fear out of our head, and the fact that it was so programmed in us to the point where we were scared to get a bad report card, we was gonna get our ass whooped, we were scared to go against Jesus because we was going to go to hell. Because, and then Jesus at one point, or God told us at one point in Christian Bibles to only fear him. So, you know, fear was manifested so deep rooted within our culture, within us, within our roots. So we got to understand, when we take on this big ass luggage of fear, you don't know, it drags you down and it keep you at a low vibration, lower than where you're intended to go. So once you master fear, then you should start on your shadow work. Once you master the two and you get everything you have done in this planet, shadow work, let me give you an example of what shadow work is for those that don't know it. Shadow work is if when you go within yourself and you see all the wrongdoing you have done, even though these people made you or manipulated you into responding to their behavior. You went out and you did angry things. Somebody molested you when you was a kid, so you thought it was okay to do all these other things when you was a child. You know, thought it was okay to do anything inappropriate to yourself, you know, when you was a little girl, to others, even though they participated in it. But you have to go back to all the things that you were taught and you actually did since you were taught it. So you have to go back to all the things that made you feel ugly, fat, how many guys you done slept with, how much you done went through in life, yada yada yada. That's shadow work. Similar. If I didn't give the best example for shadow work, go look it out. Look it up somewhere else, and just do your own research with it. So I'm gonna tell you, all them times they told us that if we connect with the spirits and the spirit world or things like that, we were evil, and it was scary because you can bring somebody back that ain't your people. You got to be careful with certain spirits because you can bring certain spirits back, yada 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 yada. But that is simply the mindset of others that are in a lot of fear. They fear so much in life that they feel like when you bring your ancestors back, or you connect with your higher self, and you connect with the spirit realms, and you connect with your ancestors, that you are evil or you're bringing evil people back. Now be careful when you use the Orishas. You must be careful when you use them, because if you using them in evil intent over somebody that's good and that's actually on their team, say for instance you put this spell, you channel one of Orisha's energy, and you use a spell against one of the chosen children. So they're gonna go and figure, they gonna go investigate that spell you put out into the universe. They gonna go investigate, and they gonna see what that chosen child has done to you to deserve this spell that they just helping you cast on this person. So once they go investigate and they actually see, like, what the fuck, this chosen child is on our team. This chosen child is waking this planet up. So you telling me you want to use me against my own child? My own family? And that's when they come back, which is karma. Your Orishas, they gonna come back, and she gonna bring a few of her other ones. As a matter of fact, if they powerful enough by themselves, which they are, we are all powerful within our own energy. So we just not use them. We just ask these ancestors to help us on the spirit side of things, on the other side. And that's when they come back and they see that you sent this spell to the wrong person. They finna come back and whoop your ass. Now that's when you're gonna have spirits in your home. That's when the energy's gonna be so thick within your home, you gonna wanna move. But wherever you go, nigga, you can go to motherfucking Africa and you still go get that Orisha on your head, because this planet is ours, baby. So wherever you go, we go follow. That's what the ancestors said. Wherever you go, we follow. So you gotta be careful when you use these Orishas. Because when you use these Orishas for ill and evil intent over their chosen tribe, they're gonna whoop your ass. See, I don't really call on my Orishas unless I'm in some deep shit, you know? And sometimes we can dig ourselves in this shit by dealing with certain weird entity niggas and dealing with so many people with these different spells within themselves, and curses on their souls. So how I know when someone is not right for me on this journey? Now, I'm gonna give an example. I mastered fear. I'm still mastering it all the way, but I mastered most of it to where I can ascend higher. I mastered fear and I mastered some of my shadow work. I still have more to go. Nobody on this planet is ever perfect and nobody is ever at the top. We still got ways to go, baby. It's levels to this shit. You must give credit and honor to what you have overcame and accomplished, though. Now, you don't speak so highly like you looking down at a motherfucker. No, I'm not looking down at you. You looking down at your motherfucking self because you ain't elevating higher than what you need to high, where you need to be at right now. That is simply your own mind. Anywho, how I know when somebody is trying to come in my life and cause ill intent and pull the matrix back into my life, deja vu, pull all these things back into my life. How I know this, y'all, is when they try to make me scared. I pay attention to the fear people try to place in my life because this is how they view their life. They got a lot of fear around them. But a lot of these people are on an assignment from the devil, from whoever they believe in as evil. They are on an assignment to keep you at a low vibration, to keep you at a pace where you are already, transitioned out of. So when a motherfucker come in your life and they try to put all these things in your life to make you scared. Oh, fear this person. Oh, look at that, bro. I'm scared. Oh, this nigga was shooting out at somebody. I'm scared of this and that and that. Girl, that's them trying to put fear into your life because they know fear is the number one lowest vibration on this planet, on this realm. Fear. And when you fear things and you fear shit, that's when your motherfucking health go down. So you got to be careful with the people that fear shit around them too, and fear death and all this shit, because that bring dis-ease to their soul, to their spirit. So now that they vibrating off a low vibration of dis-ease, now they got a disease. Oh, they got to get surgery, they got to do this, because you are welcoming disease in your life when you fear over everything on this planet, when nothing on this planet is 100% real. This is all an illusion. See, people be like, how you come out and say all this stuff about them, or how the fuck she saying all this stuff, like, damn, she ain't scared that they killed Michael Jackson, Illuminati, all this. I don't fear none of that. I give that shit no life in my life. Ooh, look at this spider. But I'm going to move you, baby, because you don't need to be up here, baby. I picked it up and threw it. So, I don't fear anything. I mean, if it's my time to go, I'm going to go out with a fight. But it's simply my time to go. And I know where I'm going is higher than what I have fulfilled my mission on this planet. But until then, I haven't fulfilled my mission all the way. So fear don't live in my life. And when my children try to fear something, I get very territorial and get very aggressive, because I try to let them know that, don't fear anything. They still learning. They're still children. So they're going to go through a few things. That's why you have to take the electronics from them. You have to take all this shit from them, because these things are controlling their minds to be scared of stuff. Fear was taught. And it's taught in school. It's taught on Halloween. Your parents try to teach you fear because they live in a bowl full of fear. That's how a lot of people conjure up their spells within fear, so they can feel what you fear. I used to be like, after I was mastering and still going through the process of eliminating fear out of my life, only thing I would leave in there, I'd be like, only thing I fear is losing my children. I used to say that, but that was a spell I was putting over my life, because now I'm still letting you know I still fear something. So when I started saying, this was probably a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I started saying that, that's when people started conjuring up things again, or these entities started conjuring up things again, which as, oh, she feared losing her children. Let's fuck with her children now. So they started fucking with my children. CPS came to my house off of a mistake that my son had went through. Boys hurt themselves all the time, so these motherfuckers tried to bring CPS to my house. Everybody was trying to get their hands on my children. We love your children. Get my children over their house, and start trying to turn my children against them, me against my children, and my children against me. Trying to learn everything about what my children do, so I basically destroy their image along with me, because if you get to venting negatively about your children to other entities and souls and spirits, they soon to come against your child, and now it's a battle within your child and you. So I learned to stop telling so many people about what go on in my household. I just get it together, and I go to my ancestors, and I go to Mother Nature whenever I'm getting a lot on my chest. You know, I teach my children boundaries now. Stay in your room for a minute, or hey, go do something that benefits your personal space. Your sister can leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. Give me my personal space. Everybody need their personal space. Don't cloud nobody. You have to teach these children now. So once I spoke that fear over losing my children, I started to go through a few challenges, and that was just the universe, Mother Nature, my ancestors challenging me on what I have spoken. And you know, when I started doing my shadow work again, I'm like, why haven't I went further? I keep repeating the same cycles because I had to conquer that in my shadow work. My shadow work made me kept sending me back to me losing my children. It kept sending me back to CPS knocking on my door trying to take my children, or by me taking my children out of the school system, that these people was gonna knock on my door and try to say, oh, you're going to jail for, what's that called? I guess not taking them to school. Y'all know what it's called, for not taking them to school and all this and all that. Let me tell you something. I fear nothing. And when you come knock on my door, best believe you go get a word. You go get an answer. You indeed will. You better come with a warrant. My children will not be programmed by you motherfuckers. My children will learn everything there is to learn about life within self. Hell, half of the time, I don't even teach them all that bullshit. They go learn within self. I teach them what they see me live by. You think your children not watching you? I caught my son watching my videos on YouTube. You think your children is not watching your every move? That is how certain people or children on this planet learn, through visual. Sometimes it don't gotta be through going to school and studying. You gotta study. You gotta study yourself. You gotta study. You know, you still gotta study no matter what. But you have to teach your children to look within self. And when I look within self, that automatically showed them to look within self. So once I took my children out of those illusion programs, you know, to play with the child's mind, you know, you got to understand something. When you send these children off to school, which is in Hebrew mean hell, when you send these children off to school, you send them there to be monitored. These people are watching your children. They watching their every move. They're monitoring them, and they're programming them as well. See, when I kept having teachers come to me and say, he probably need therapy, or he need this, or he need that, I knew exactly what they were trying to do then. So you got to understand something. Fear does not resonate with a high vibration. So you cannot fear anything. There's times when I feel my ancestors, and I would get like a small glimpse of like frightening because you caught me off guard, but it's never fear. It was more like okay, I don't feel like being bothered with you. Come back tomorrow. That's the type of energy I have for them. And you got to understand something. A lot of those Caucasians and a lot of those Chinese, Mexicans and all them, they were channeling their ancestors. They was channeling the spirit world for years, for decades. How you think they was getting so many answers on this planet, especially when a white wicked motherfucker lay with a black god or goddess? They bring back one of their ancestors once you give them a baby. Once you give them a baby, they able to bring back their ancestors from your black gold, your godness. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop saying black because I just learned something too the other day, y'all. The real meaning of black is actually pale white. This is what's the old dictionary, and the real meaning of white is black. Like they played a trick on us. So I'm gonna start saying I'm white. So yeah, y'all. I hope I summed it up as much as I could. I kind of drug myself here today to just have this conversation, because I really want you all to know fear is one of the lowest vibrations ever. And when you be like, girl, I ain't about to say all that shit, they gonna come and get my ass, they go this. You speaking it into your life, baby. You're manifesting somebody come get you. You manifesting, like when a lot of people speak of death so much, you're manifesting somebody to come kill you. That's the vibration and the frequency you have within self. Death. You are dead in the inside. So you only can speak of death. You know, so Be careful with who you allow to speak words over you. Be careful who you allow to pray for you. Just be so careful with everything. And please, if you ever feel in a space where you cannot connect with self or anything, don't go to nobody, especially the wicked. They be waiting on you to come to them so they can pray for your home. And then not knowing when they pray over your home, they putting a spell in your home. Be careful, y'all. And I got another story on that when somebody tried to put a spell within my home. But either way it go, y'all, find within self, know how powerful you are. Fear nothing, fear no one. Fear does not live in my life. Baby, I will beat your motherfucking ass with the light so bright you will be in this bitch looking like, damn, I knocked on the wrong motherfucker though. You sure did it. Yes, indeed you did. Well, I want to say peace and love, and I love you all. And if don't nobody love you, I love you because I love myself. And I can only love you if I love myself, but I can't give you all of me. You must find within yourself. I love you, and enjoy the video. Let's get that beautiful tree. See, we share that tree. You see how I come over here to me? We share that. He got an actual beautiful backyard, but you know, it is what it is. I love you.